Hello and welcome to this week's Surpass Community Weekly Update. I hope you're all safe and well. My name's Tim Burnett. It's the 11th of June. In this week's Surpass Community Update, we have new feature information about the Scalable Vector Graphics feature that was recently added into Surpass. There's a last call to win an ATP Innovations in Testing pass, and we have community news, events, and jobs information. So I'll see you all in 10 seconds. Hi, I hope you're all safe and well. My name is Tim Burnett. There's my details if you need them. So tim.burnett@surpass.com. And it's the 11th of June, and this is the Surpass Community Weekly Update. I hope you're watching live on LinkedIn, or if you're listening via the podcast, that's great. Just a reminder, really, we have the Surpass conference. We're taking registrations for that for the 4th to the 8th of October. More details to come soon. I promise, I keep promising that, but go to conference.surpass.com to register and save your seat for that. Other webinar and information. So we have this Surpass webinar coming up on assessment for healthcare. We're looking at guests coming from NBME, NBCC, RCPCH, and the Royal College of Ophthalmologists. I hope I said that right. If you want to find out more information and get yourself registered for that, then go to surpass.com/sign-up. Otherwise, if you want to watch any of our previous webinars, then go to surpass.com/webinars. Scalable Vector Graphics. You may have heard of it. This was a feature which Ashley and Kat talked about in a recent webinar. Now, before I share that clip to explain how they work within Surpass, I had a quick chat with expert Ian Higgins from our design and usability team just about what SVG graphics are. Here's me chatting with Ian. Ian, thank you for joining me. Now, I understand you're a bit of a SVG expert. Is that correct?
Kind of.
Well, thank you very much. So you're from the design team at the Surpass, and I just wanted to chat really with you about the benefits and I suppose the differences between an SVG file and a standard bitmap file, standard, was it, you said raster, didn't you, kind of image file. So what are the two differences then? What are the difference between those?
So a raster file is like a photo or a JPEG or something like that, and that's pixel based.
Yeah.
The benefit of the pixel based images is that they would cope with gradients very well, cope with photo based stuff very well.
Yeah.
But the drawback is that they are set at a very specific size. If you try and resize that in any way, you will lose quality. And because they're set at a size, they take up a lot of memory space. So SVGs, they're called Scalable Vector Graphics, which essentially means that they are scalable to any size, and you will lose no quality whatsoever.
So is it go on, sorry.
Another benefit is of the size of them. They're a lot smaller than pixel based images.
So they're code based then, so they're XML, is that correct? And can you embed information within that code?
Yeah, because it's code based. It's basically a load of coordinates, and there's maths involved to represent that maths as a graphic. So within that code, you can embed all sorts of metadata, keywords, and search terms, and
so in theory, you could track. It makes tracking the image potentially easier. We can have information in there, and then scaling it obviously. So once you shrink a bitmap, then you can't really expose it because it just loses clarity and quality, doesn't it? But if you're creating one of these that can then be put into, let's say you deliver it on mobile, deliver it on a laptop, delivering it on a huge screen or something like that, then it will scale up according to that space. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's quite it's accepted by all sorts of different browsers, all sorts of different programs and stuff. So it will render at any size you want, and it will be pin sharp every time. You won't lose any quality.
And you mentioned that there was, so if it was a photo, let's say of a landscape photo of a field or something like that, then a JPEG would be better than that. But charts, diagrams, you can even do animations in it. Is that
Yeah,
correct? Yeah.
yeah.
So there's lots of possibilities there then. And how would you go about creating an SVG file then? Is it the same as taking a picture with your camera, or is it a different process?
Not quite. You would have to create an SVG, usually from scratch, or you can convert other vector-based images, so things like EPS, or AI, or CorelDRAW, or something like that. You can use vector-based drawing packages. So there's Illustrator, there's CorelDRAW, Inkscape, various things like that. Anyone who works with design will know of all these and will have easy access to these.
So it's a standard thing that a designer would do. It's not a coder-based thing. A designer would go into Illustrator, for instance, probably they would draw away, create the diagram, create the chart, create the illustration, very detailed, could do lots of intricate information, and people would be able to zoom in, zoom out of that quite easily, and potentially, couldn't they? So that's brilliant. So lots of potential there. Obviously, it is slightly different from just taking a screen grab as part of it, but we're talking about accessibility here. There's lots of benefits there, isn't there? And could you, in theory, on the fly, change the color background for an SVG image?
Yeah, with SVGs, they're very efficient because you just make the file once, and then you can use that file as a basis to do a selection of stuff, sort of on the fly, without damaging your initial file at all. That stays how it is. You don't have to make separate versions of it. You can style it how you want, so you can add animation on the fly. You can add styling to it. So if somebody has some visual issues, you could restyle that image for them, and then it would display the standard way for everyone else. So you can change contrast, you can change colors, background
patterns, and all those
selections,
kind of things.
All sorts of stuff.
Well, thank you very much. That was really helpful. I think help people, because obviously we put these features in the platform. It's just nice to know how you can then make the most of them and use them. So thank you, Ian. Thank you for your time, and
No
we'll
problem.
catch up with you soon. Thanks very much.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye. Ian there is the reluctant expert on that one, but thank you, Ian, for that. So let's talk now, show you a clip from the release webinar from last week with Kat and Ashley talking about how you actually then add these in within your Surpass assessment as part of the authoring process.
So we have a new media file type available in Surpass. It's the SVG file type, which stands for Scalable Vector Graphic File. It's perfect for Surpass users who have images in their tests. So to show you what that looks like, I've prepared a demonstration. So yeah, let's have a look at that now. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate the new SVG media file type feature. So I'm showing you the media library, and you can see there are already some examples in here of SVG images, just so I could practice adding them before this demonstration. But I'm going to show you how easy it is to import media, specifically SVG file types, into the media library. So you just select import to open up your desktop files. Let's see, if I go to here, you just select the file you want and press open. You'll get a progress percentage, and then you'll see that listed in your media library. Now if I just hold Control and select, at the bottom we've got media options, just like other file types. So you can replace what you've just imported, you can duplicate the file, you can download it to your own machine, or you can delete or edit the alt text. So all the same options as you would expect. Okay, so now I've shown you how to import into the media library. I'm now going to show you options for item authoring. So here's an item I created before. You can add SVG file type images as source material and as media, so both ways works. If I open the cog at step 1, I can add source material here. This will take me to the media library, and if you've forgotten to do the step I showed you first, then this is another opportunity for you to add media to the media library from your own desktop. I'm going to select this one for this question, and you get a little preview of the image here. So I'm going to select add. As you can see, that image is now added as source material. I can change the name here, and because this will be a clickable button for the candidate, it might be helpful to maybe change the name here to something that is understandable by the candidate. So I might say rocket image, so they know to click here to open it up. This won't change the name in the media library, it's just the name of the label here. What I can also do is select this. I find this really useful. If I open inside view, then I can look at the source material while I'm authoring the question, which for a question related to the source material is very useful. So let me just hide that now. Another media option with item authoring is adding media at step 3 here. Now the difference between media and source material is that any images added here will be embedded within the question on the page with the question text and answer options. Like I said earlier, source material is a clickable function, and yeah, the candidate will have to open that image in a pop-up. So let me try and add an image here. I'll add the same one. Again, you get a little preview. Press add media. Now, once you've added media, you get some layout options. And if I leave it at auto, then Surpass will select the best layout based on the size of the media. If I had multiple images, SVG types or otherwise, then you can't change the layout because it will automatically scale and place the media based on the sizes of the images altogether. But as there's just one, I do get all of the layout options, as you can see here. I'm just going to leave it as auto for now. Now if I select this expand, you're able to view the image. Now it's just loading and perfecting. There we go. And I can move around to span over the file while I'm authoring the item. So similarly to looking at the source material side by side, it might be useful to preview the media in this way. So those are the media options for item authoring. Now it's probably a good idea to show you what that looks like in delivery. And I've got a test here to demonstrate that. So this is the item we were just looking at. I scheduled it previously, and you can see the embedded image is here and the source material is here. Now earlier on when I created the test, I didn't change the source material name, so that's why it's still the name given to the image in the media library. But if I were to hold Control and use the mouse wheel to zoom in, or I could use the zoom in the browser window, you can see it's easier to read the question and the image persists with the quality.
Thank you very much. So that's great. I was laughing at the question text there. It said about spaceship when actually that is an F-16 Falcon, but that's just me being a geek. Thank you for that. So it's a fantastic feature, really. So if you go, it lends itself to illustrations, charts, diagrams, animations, those kind of things where you can have lots of detail, and they are not a gradient style image. So if you've got a bitmap, we've got a photo, landscape photo, something like that, then obviously that might be better as a JPEG or a PNG style image, whereas Scalable Vector Graphics are just awesome for really kind of fine detail activities that are created in Illustrator. So readily available activities there. Okay, so last chance just to give you a quick reminder. Last call, we've got the Innovations in Testing Digital Pass offer, so you can win that. What you need to do is go to surpass.com/follow, register for our mailing list, and you'll be receiving the email, our quarterly newsletter, which is going to go out on Wednesday. And as part of that, there'll be a little option in there to say, enter me into the free prize draw for win a digital pass, and we will announce the winner here next Friday on the 18th of June, and some lucky person will receive one of those digital passes. So well worth entering and signing up for that. Other events going on at the moment. So the International E-Assessment Conference Awards, it started this Tuesday. Yours truly will be chairing the next session on the 15th. We've got a fantastic panel of speakers, and there's 2 awards, the Innovation and the Transformation Project Award, to be given away there. So if you want to register for that, then go to e-assessment.com/conference. Reminder for the Conference on Test Security that the submission deadline is for the 1st of July for that. So if you want to get your papers in for that, then please do so. EATP Virtual Conference is going to be on the 27th to the 29th. Now, you've missed the deadline for the submissions for the papers, but I believe registrations will be opening soon for that. And now this is just, I've picked this up from their website because the Federation of Awarding Bodies haven't had a date really for the conference. And a new date has gone on the website, which is the 11th to 12th of November. It's a UK-based event, but it's a fantastic, fantastic event. I don't know whether it's in person or virtual or not. I'm kind of hoping it's going to be in person. I think by November, things should be okay in the UK to do that. So all being well, that will be on there. But if you want to keep track of these activities and events, then go to surpass.com/events. Other community news and events information. Let's just show you what I've got on my board here. So only a few things, mainly because I was off last week, so I'm still catching up. But ALT Impact Report, so Association for Learning Technology, largely a UK-based organisation, but they'll be putting out a webinar about their impact report on the use of technology and talking about how it's affected things. Connected to that, Maren Deepwell, who's the CEO of ALT, is putting a book together about leading virtual teams. So certainly something to look at there if you're in that space. Michigan Language Assessment, they've been talking about further reasons why you should be taking a proficiency with the MET examination, so worth checking that out. And then 2 from Alpha Plus, really. One, just about the summer examinations and some work they've done around explaining what went on. I think it's European-based examination, so worth having a look at that. Plus, they've done some research with Sitting Guilds and NCFE around the validity of vocational qualifications. So if you want to check those out, then feel free to go to my feed on LinkedIn and just go to my posts and my activity, and you'll find those items there. Well, thank you very much for watching. Hope you're all safe and well. It was great to be back. I had a lovely week off last week, and look forward to seeing you next week. Take care and goodbye.
The technology and services behind Surpass power the testing of many of the world's highest profile qualifications. Unique technology enables collaborative item authoring in banking, comprehensive test assembly, secure test delivery, and efficient grading and feedback of high-stakes paper, tablet, and computer-based testing, including automated one-click reporting solutions to assist you with item analysis. We can provide access to SME management services and trusted psychometricians, and our test delivery services team can help you get started with online proctoring or finding remote test centers. Or, if you prefer, the advanced integration options and raw data extraction options in Surpass give you the freedom to choose your own external service providers. Trusted by international test publishers, certification, and awarding bodies, the Surpass platform is a globally hosted SaaS service with integration at its core. It is used to deliver millions of secure examinations every year in over 100 countries. In addition to a full range of standard question types, Surpass item authoring includes many innovative features which expand your testing capabilities, such as the spreadsheet question type, diagram creator tool, and the award-winning high-fidelity image viewer. When you use Surpass, you do so as part of a community of like-minded organizations. We constantly reinvest in the development of the Surpass platform with guidance and collaboration from Surpass community members. So, what else sets us apart from the competition? We provide multi-device delivery support from one platform. This is essential for making the most of the many testing scenarios and opportunities in this global market. We stand by our customers by providing excellent service and support, and above all, we are committed to continuously developing innovative features, helping the Surpass community lead the industry. We're confident that with Surpass powering your assessment, we can improve the examination experience for everyone. Get in touch with a member of the team today and discover how your assessment program could be powered by Surpass.